Teamwork PM, Josh Crafter, and Clever Zebo. I love you guys. We use your tool for everything. We've been on it for 2 years, 2.5 years. Awesome tool. We're a conversion optimization firm. We also online marketing, hands-on online marketing. We create revenue, create customers. I've started this new series. Every week I look at a different conversion funnel of a company I love, and I have some ideas for you guys. Hang in there. All right, cool. Let's get to my screen. So here's what I want to do. What do I want to talk about today? I think there's a huge opportunity for you guys to optimize the top of your funnel. We'll get there shortly. We need to narrow choices to expand conversion. I think this is one of the great principles of conversion optimization work. The more choices, the less people convert. We'll get there. Let's live the value of simplicity. One of the great aspects of your tool is that it's simple to use, it's easy. We really want the top of the funnel to be that way as well. And likewise, the tool is great. Let's have that storefront match. Finally, the future is social. We need to have social login. I know that's a very specific recommendation, but I'll tell you what I'm thinking and why. Cool. So often with these videos, I look at the entire funnel, I look at search, I look at the mobile device, I look further down, but you know what? I really think your biggest opportunity is just to get this homepage right. You know, it's funny, I was looking back because it looks similar. I went to the Wayback Machine, I went back last year, same site. And let's see, if we go to 2011, it was a little different then. But basically the same idea. So you guys have been working with the same site, I think, for several years now. I'm sure you know this. I know I'm not telling you anything new. What I am hoping, though, is I can give you some ideas that are really going to jumpstart your process and get you going. So let me just jump right into what I'd love to see. So here's the first thing. Oh my God, there's so much going on this page. By the way, I just want to reiterate, I love you guys, teamwork. I'm doing this because I think you have a huge opportunity to get way more customers in the door, way more people using the tool. And by the way, if you do that, it's good for me because I'm a customer. I'm also hoping you're going to find this useful and you're going to want to hire Clever Zebo. Everyone else who's out there, Clever Zebo, conversion optimization. But love you guys. So here are just downloading ideas. Take them as you wish. I hope you will do some of this testing because I really think it's going to work. So first thing, we have 2 calls to action. I don't think we want 2 calls to action. Take a tour. Do we really want people to take a tour? I mean, don't we just want them to get right into the tool? I pulled up a couple of my other favorite conversion funnels, and one of them is Unbounce. So admittedly, with Unbounce, they're going to bring you to a pricing page, but they only have 1 button. With Kissmetrics, ooh, they did a pop. But with Kissmetrics, again, 1 button. You get right in to sign up. What I love about Optimizely is really one of my favorites because literally I'll type in a URL and then I can begin testing it. I'd like to see you guys do the same thing. I'd like to see that we just launch right in to the software. It's one of the reasons why I think you should use social login. I think that could be powerful. So there are a few things you can do. Now, I think you should remove both buttons. Now, you can always do the login right here. So rather than use it for free, it could be use it for free by signing in with Google or Facebook or LinkedIn or Twitter, however, and we can talk about that later. Right now, when I click this button, I come to this page, and actually, I like this page. I think it's a pretty page. I like the 30-day free trial with the green line about it. I do wish, though, that it were a little bit quicker to get in. I understand why I need to do everything. Maybe we don't need the name field. Possibly, do we really need the time zone field? Can't we ask them to do that later? And I think that, do we really even need company? I mean, isn't the key thing here, and I might reverse some of the steps, don't we really want them just to put in their site address? That's the first action item they do. Then let's ask for email address, password, and you don't even need the password, by the way. You can just do email address, send them a password, and then they can reset it. But I understand why you might want to do that up front. And then I'm fine with everything else on this page. My point, though, is that, well, first of all, I don't even need that page. If we just have them go in through Google or LinkedIn. Now, I'm sure you guys have thought of that. I'm sure you have good reasons for not doing it. I won't kill that point. Point made. A few other things, though. I don't know where my eye should go on this page. Do I go to these benefits, which is stay on track, work faster, access anywhere? And by the way, these are good. I think these are really good benefits. Do I go down to the key features and benefits? And then I think these are really more key features. I think the benefits are above here, and then these are key features. Do I want to look at what other companies use this tool? How important is that really to me? I mean, I think it's good, but this blinking, when you go through and do this blinking, it's sort of, my eye is immediately going to the other companies who use the tool. And I think that it's always, to me, that's a security proof. It's a trust proof. You're showing PayPal, you're showing Forbes Travel Guide, Microsoft Studios, because it says, oh, all these other great tools use us. But I don't think you want to take all of our attention away. I might use those a little bit more off to the side, to the bottom. We might just have a couple of icons, but definitely not that flashing. Also, you talk about what the tool integrates with, and I think I might position that a little bit differently. You list out all these services, and by the way, it's not actually clear whether you integrate with those guys or whether they're customers, and that might have been intentional. But I'd love to see that somehow we actually have this integration be a part of the key benefits and features. I mean, these are really powerful integrations. Now, the other thing is that we do start scrolling down, but in many ways, this is a landing page from several years ago. And I think let's go to, again, some of these other guys out there who really have high converting conversion funnels. The new way of doing things in terms of landing pages, in terms of that conversion funnel, is really to simplify and then have those other elements that are crowding on the page go further down in the scroll. You don't have to do it this way. I know that this is in style. I know this is hot. I'm not saying you have to do it this way. I am saying, though, that we need to simplify what's on this page. You know, I've often had trouble with these tabs because really the features and benefits are here on the page. FAQs is interesting. There's no doubt that FAQs is interesting, but do we want them to, do we think that lacking those FAQs is going to stop them from actually going into the tool? So basically what I'm proposing is a test. And by the way, everything's a test. I think one button versus two buttons is a test. Even if we integrate a new design, I still think we should A/B test that design, though there are some complexities that come in. We'll have to talk about that after. But I'd really like to test getting rid of these buttons. And, you know, I even think these links at the top, I just think it's all very distracting. There's also, and by the way, your video is great, and so I'm really hesitant to say get rid of the video. I think let's keep that. I mean, maybe we could test it, but I can't imagine that's not helpful. But all of these distractions, all of these buttons, I'd love to see them moved out. Finally, I'd like to see login bigger. I think that this is really a repeat use tool. And I think that by hiding login, I mean, I know it, right? I'm in here multiple times a week, often multiple times a day. And so I know where to find login. But there's something about having login be big, I think, that really reinforces that this is a tool that you're going to be using a lot. This is going to help everything. I think, by the way, that you can, I might also take a little bit of a different approach to the copy and really start reinforcing that point that this is I think one of the fears that people have about project management systems is that it's going to add more work, or switching from another tool will add more work or complexity. And I'd really like to let people know up front that we're here, Teamwork is here to make your life easier, simpler, more enjoyable. We're going to integrate with your email system. We're going to integrate with Box and FreshBooks and Dropbox and Google Drive. We're a part of your suite. And I think there should be bullet points that are really drilling that point home, that it's not that we're trying to take you away from any of these other tools. We're actually trying to make you more effective and efficient with the other tools you use in your life. I'm Josh Crafton. I think this is the shortest of all of the videos I've done. You know what I'd love? Just give me like a quick shout back. I'm going to go throw this up on Google Plus and LinkedIn. Maybe respond to the YouTube video, shout me back. Hey, if we can be helpful, we'd love to work with you guys, but regardless, we'd like to hear from you. Josh Crafton, Clever Zebo, Teamwork PM. We love you guys. Thank you for all the great work you've done. You've been Zebofied.